All right. Some people don't just talk about recovery, they live close to it. They've done their own healing. They love people who are still in the fire. And that kind of life teaches us how to stay steady, how to love without rescuing, and how to love without denial. Today's conversation is about that kind of strength. Welcome back to the Clean Life Cast, where healing becomes a movement. My name is Mason Anderson. I'm here with my brother and co-host Daniel Tapusoa. Today, we're joined by our close friend Miranda Sorensen. Miranda has been part of our community for a long time as a parent, a friend, and someone who understands recovery from both sides and the places where it gets complicated. This episode isn't about labels or timelines. It's about staying steady when life gets close to the fire. So, Miranda, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I'm so grateful. I truly am so grateful you're here.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be here. And anything to do with you or Daniel, I'm super down with, so.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be good. So, just to get us started a little bit, like, how about you just tell us a little bit about like what you're doing right now, how your recovery came about, those type of things, and then we'll get into some questions.
Okay. Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm at Liberty. I
Liberty
left
recovery.
Liberty Addiction Recovery.
Let's go.
And I get to like work with Bryce every day and Heather and Sean and Rachel, and they're just like the goats, right? I've been blessed to have goats in my life, like you and Daniel and everybody down at Wasatch. So yeah.
I love that so much. So when I went through treatment, you were staff at Wasatch,
hmm
and you lived it over there.
Yeah, loved Watch. Nothing but great things to say about Wasatch. Yeah. God just was probably doing for me what I maybe wouldn't have done for myself. I was comfortable there. I loved everybody there. It was my family. And yeah, so leaving was a little scary for sure. But at the end of the day, like I have to do what's best for my daughter and myself. So
I love that, and
yeah.
I think that that's huge because, like, for me too, when I left Wasatch, it was like a huge eye opener to like there's so much life out there. You know what I mean? Like there's places that I got to be and I got to do more. And being comfortable at Wasatch was great, but it was also super hard in the sense that it's like we get stuck in those everyday routines and the things that we're used to and the comfortability, and we don't want to just keep pushing forward until we realize that there's other avenues that still need to be explored. So I think that's awesome. So how has Liberty been going?
Um, so I love it. I'm the case manager over there and I get to teach classes. So I get to do morning Devo and then TC,
What is
which
Morning
is
Devo?
so it's like we check in with the clients, how they're feeling. We like them to set 3 intentions and a goal. We believe that like to start working on your confidence, which we all don't have any, our bullies are like huge, is to start like keeping promises that you make to yourself. And that's like little attainable daily goals.
Yeah.
Is a start.
I'm gonna do 3 in the morning.
3 intentions and a goal in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
And then the TC group, which is the therapeutic community group, and that's cool. We do a lot of like Todd's assignments and Bryce's, and yeah, just really try to start on that big like radical acceptance, surrender, and working on self-love. Yeah.
I love that. So, when did you get clean, and when did you go through Wasatch? Is that
So I didn't go through Wasatch. I did go through Liberty, but I wasn't ready. I was like a mess then still. But the seed was planted. I ended up going to jail for almost a year, and then I got out, and that was still like not enough, right? Even though I had 10 years of prison hanging over my head, got released to Epic, and it's a 6-month inpatient program, and when I got there, like I knew I had 10 years of prison or that, right? And I was still trying to figure out when they were drug testing and, just how to like do recovery my way. And it was probably I was there 3.5 weeks, and I say it's like my coming to Jesus moment where I was like, okay, this is like not working. And maybe what they're saying has some truth to it. But like realistically, that was my 9th rehab. And, was still like I had so much pain and hurt, and so I started listening, and it's like a battle within yourself, at least it was for me, like every day fighting with myself. Do I stay? Do I go? What do I really want? And then I just started listening. So I kind of made a promise to myself, like 1 year was all I was going to give recovery. And if I didn't like it, like facts, that life, I can just go right back to, but I won't have to do prison.
Right.
Right. So it was just a 1 year deal I made with myself. And within that year, like miracles started happening. Yeah, I started being able to like talk to my daughter and then visiting her. And
I love that so much. What kind of things were changing internally?
I was dealing with all that self-hatred and the hurt and my traumas and my grief. That's where, I just wanted to use because I wanted to die. And I felt like if I killed myself intentionally, so I was like dealing with that gray area, I thought. I felt like if I killed myself that I wouldn't be able to get to heaven, right? But if I accidentally overdosed, that would still maybe give me a chance to get there. So but I felt like I couldn't even die right, honestly, because obviously I was still alive. So yeah, I started dealing with the shit that really was like making me like just killing me inside, like the griefs and the shit that I did. Um, my daughter, everything, my son, and I still work on it to this day, but I've made a lot of improvement.
Yeah, you have, and it's amazing to see. And I'm super grateful that I get to see it too, because I have seen changes in you. Even though you came up before me, it's like I've seen the growth in you in the amount of time that I've been around, and it's amazing to see. So you talked about the things that you were feeling like in when you were in the pain. What kind of things started to shift when you started to see that there might be a different life for you?
Um, I feel like right, no matter how bad we got it, somebody's always got it worse. But I guess so I was blessed to have a therapist that was in recovery as well. So I guess I was like really closed off. Like if you were just a book therapist, I felt like you couldn't understand me. So I was blessed to finally have a therapist that I could open up to. And dealing with those traumas, like allowed, I guess, a little bit of love and hope back into my heart, which I hadn't had for a long time. And so that's a good feeling, right? And that's what we chase is like things that make us feel good. And that's kinda, why I kept going with it, and slowly, like, miracles started happening, and I could actually, like, look at myself in the mirror and not say just, like, a million things of, like, what I've done and just be so mad at myself, right? Yeah.
That's really amazing. Um, so through those miracles, like what kind of things were happening? You said that you got back in real life with your daughter, which
Mhm.
is amazing. She's a shout out.
Yep,
Yeah,
Myla,
I love you.
we love
Yeah,
her, she's hella part of the
I
community.
like her.
For sure.
She's all right.
She's in.
I'm
She's
so
part of the
blessed,
squad.
like, now
So,
that we're talking about her real quick,
okay,
though.
so while you was in your addiction, where was Mila?
Okay, so she went to Bear Lake and she was with her dad's brother who's the sheriff of Bear Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's her
so
dad's name?
Milo's dad?
Yeah.
Matt. Matt
Bear
Wahlberg.
Lake's a city.
Yeah. Bear Lake is a city. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. You've never been to Bear Lake?
I've been to the lake.
And then there's a little city right there. Yeah.
I don't know how
On the
sober I
Utah
was out
side.
there.
Yeah.
I don't think I was really sober out there.
Yeah, so.
But so that's good. So she was in Bear Lake.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How long was she out there?
For God.
The whole time. The whole
The
time.
whole time I
You
was
were
in
working on
jail,
you.
and then I was in recovery. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a while,
But she's with you now.
but she is with me now.
How'd you get her back?
Okay, so at first, like they would only let me communicate with her, and this is like at first it was I could call and see her, but I just didn't. And when I did, it was probably not healthy for her. And then so they were like, no more. Like this is upsetting to her, and we just want her to start the healing process, like rightfully so. So I was only allowed to like write my daughter. And I was so mad at that. Like, right, that's my daughter. But like let's be realistic. I'm the one who caused like a lot of that hurt, you know? And yeah, so only was able to write her. But I continued. I kept writing her and she would write me back. And that's how we communicated at first. And then I remember when I like earned the first phone call, right? It was I was graduating. So after 6 months, I asked if I could please just talk to her one time. And they talked about it and they decided, yeah, that I could. And so that was like my first phone call with her. And then I got more phone calls. Just the longer I was, time plus consistency equals trust, right?
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how I kept plugging along at it. Just getting an extra phone call here and there. And then when they told me that I could actually come visit her was after I was in sober living for 6 months. So it had been a year, like on my own out of jail, like showing that I was going to stick with this. And my sister took me up there to visit my daughter, and it was great.
Yeah.
And I'm so blessed, dude, to like, you guys know Mila's like so part of this community.
You are
Like,
fam.
yeah, she goes to our
She's a homie.
softball, she goes to our volleyball, and I'm just so blessed that that little girl has as much love for me and my life and for all of us, that she does. Like,
But shout out to the Wahlbergs too, right?
so
Because
much,
like
yes.
there's just a little bit of a backstory behind that. I remember there was a little before you got them back, there was trying to make sure that you had your stuff all together, right?
Mhm.
Didn't they put, okay, let's see this, and they kind of weaned her off to you. They
Yeah.
didn't just give her up to you right
Oh,
away,
yeah.
right?
No.
So shout out to them because they didn't just hand her over just because she's your daughter. They had her and they just wanted to make sure that you had all your stuff together, and then they, right?
Well, let me just say this, like 100%, like the Wahlbergs, unselfishly and for no reason except for love for Mila,
Yeah.
like wanted what was best for her,
Yeah.
period.
Even when it came to you, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have nothing but love and respect for them. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
They're amazing people. Yeah.
Yeah. And eventually they signed the papers.
Yeah. I got her back.
Yeah. Now you got her 100%.
100%.
Even though she's a little rugrat sometimes. She's
Dude,
cool.
but she's got straight A's right now and like 2 B's.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of her,
I'm proud of
dude.
her,
Like
too.
Yeah.
everything that kid, like
Yeah, she's dope.
she is the epitome of like strength and just ultimate love, dude.
Yeah. I learned a new definition of love today,
Let's hear
or
it.
like a couple of days ago. It's giving somebody the power to destroy you and trusting they won't use it.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
facts.
Like if I trust you and I start to love you, I'll give you everything about me and trust that you won't use it against me to destroy me. Right?
That's powerful.
Yeah. Like when I heard that and I was like, damn, that's basically somebody getting vulnerable. And then you form this connection, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, this is everything. Do with it what you want, trusting that you won't hurt me with it, you know?
Yeah.
That's like real love.
Yeah. And that's how I feel when I hang out with like at first she was like playing hard to be a friend, to now it's like I go over there and I'll be walking around and she'll jump off the couch and choke hold me, and like for real, she's the homie, like, and it's cool.
How many times in my life people will be like, "What's Miranda's daughter's name?" She loves me so much.
Yeah.
It's like she does love me so much. She loves a lot of
She
people
has
so
a lot
much.
of love. That girl has a lot of love. She's
Yeah.
been through some stuff, but I love the fact that she's still able to show like genuine love. You know, it's not a front. You sit down and get to know her. Oh, she's dope. But anyways,
Cutie.
Yeah. So
For sure.
blessed.
So what is it like being able to create that safe space for her? Like how is that unfolded? So going from like not having her to getting her in your home, because like that's something I'm working through right now. Like I'm barely in the process of getting therapy to go get my kid back in my life, and I'm just worried about those things. Like how am I going to be that guy?
And you will. You already are, Mason. You're freaking
Yeah,
amazing.
for sure.
You are. Yeah. But it's just like it has to come like eternally, right? It has to come from me. I have to be like the best me for her. So even like going back to the stupid job thing, like I not stupid job thing, but you know what I mean? Just little things like that, like whereas if it would have been comfortable, but like knowing that I need to do and be the best me for her and for me, right? Like
Yeah.
it all has to
Beautiful.
come internally. Like if you're putting in the work and you're a good person, like your kids know,
You know what's really crazy
it
about
has
that?
to just have love.
Is that's so true, and I think that's almost like the master key for all life,
Yeah.
is like presence and like internal like stability and strength that comes from from like building yourself into that person. It's not so much like an outward thing that you got to do, it's an inward piece that we talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like when you get aligned with who you are and with the things that you say you're going to do, your actions all align, your mindset aligns, all of a sudden all the things start to unlock.
Yeah, you know the crazy thing, and I said it before. The crazy thing is like, no matter what we talk about, right? Like ours is has been our test has been addiction. But you talk to somebody that had trauma and never went into addiction. You talk to somebody divorce or like having family issues. Really, in order to get past all that, is finding out this, like finding your core values and lining them up, finding out who you are and what you really want to do with yourself. So like it doesn't really matter, right? Like Todd says it all the time. We don't have a drug problem; we have a thinking problem,
Yeah.
right? And then you figure out your thinking, and then align everything else within. Then that's really who you are,
Right.
And that's the dope part about this journey was figuring out who I am and who I want to be, and what my values truly are. Versus, I remember Dee was doing um a mindfulness or a psych ed class, and I went and sat in it, and she was talking about the check-in question was tell everybody your three core values. Is it fair to say that in my addiction, those were my true core values? Because I never, like I started young, I never had core values. And then going through this process, I was able to find out which core values I liked and pick those and realign those to for me or something like that.
Yeah, I like that. And I think that's super powerful what you're saying too, is like when you think about it, like the vast majority of the world doesn't know themselves, let
Yeah.
alone so they're trying to operate it like outwardly and do all these things, but they don't understand what it even they care about, what they value,
Yeah.
who they are as a person. And like something that's been going on in my life lately is like I I do know who I am now. I do have self-worth and self-love, but still I like will go through those bouts where it's like I start doubting myself, where I'll have
Yeah.
days where I just feel like am I enough? Am I doing
Yeah.
enough? Am I showing up enough and those type of things? And so then I'm like realizing that it's like a mindset, but it's also like an embodiment of the mindset. So like
Yeah.
I can know the things, I can understand it. It's like knowing that you need rest and resting. It's like they're two different things. You can know you need something, but still not do the thing.
Yeah. That's the same as believing in God or believing in God's way.
All right.
Right? Do you believe in some form in the sky, some dude in the sky, or do you believe that his word is the right word? Right? There's two ways of believing in a bunch of different things.
Right.
Right?
Lots of
Like
different ways.
when Bryce came on, he said he believes in the sun even though he can't see it.
Oh,
Like
yes, I love
that's
that.
So
different,
fire.
Yeah.
right? Or you can just believe that there's a sun out there floating somewhere. Like I don't know. There's different ways of believing things.
Yeah, I think it like comes to like a embodiment or integration of the things that we understand.
Yeah.
Because like we can learn, I read a ton of books, so like I'm constantly reading, but only a small percentage of what I'm reading, I'm actually like embodying in my life and
Yeah.
actually making changes in. And then I'll read, like you said before, like and I'll reread the book, and it's like a whole different book
Yeah.
because I just see different pieces that I didn't put into my
Yeah.
system yet.
Because when you're reading the book that time, the stuff that you pick and pull out is the stuff you're looking for and who you are at that moment. Read that book right when you get done, you'll find different things because you changed just by reading that book. We all change through our experiences. Miranda changed from all her experiences into the person that she's right now.
So how about what's going on with your son? Where's he at? Where is?
Okay. So my son's in prison, unfortunately. And ugh, unfortunately, like my son has struggled since, he was young. And I struggle with a lot of guilt over that, and shame. I unfortunately led him right into that life. And I just wish so much that he would follow me out of it like he followed me into it, right? I felt like he's getting it in there, and he almost had it when he was out this last time. He's dealing with like the gangs and just the whole prison life thing and trying to figure out who he is. And unfortunately, he hasn't really ever had like a fair chance at life, which I'm sure a lot of us have had. But I just wish so much that he could really give like life a chance, right? Like get the job. He has the girl. Like I know my son, and I know like once he goes out and actually like works for a good paycheck and can start like taking that pride in himself and seeing like the fruits of his labor and stuff, like he'll turn his mindset around and get addicted to that and hopefully run with it and hopefully give me grandbabies. And, I just want him to be able to like live a life that I really, I really struggle with the guilt for not ever like giving him the fair chance to have.
I feel like there's a lot more that goes into that storyline too, right? Like there's still he almost got it, but I still feel like he needs to want it and he needs to put in work towards okay, when you were talking earlier and all the stuff that you worked through while you're in your treatment program, it was hard things. Like nobody got a fair shake at life.
Yeah.
If anybody got to hear Miranda's story, you'd be surprised that she's still here. Real, for real. Like yours, I got the opportunity to sit and listen to Miranda tell her story, and like you think it's gonna get good, and it goes worse, and then it goes worse, and it goes worse, and it's like, how is she still clean? How is she still standing? And I feel like maybe some of the work that you did for you, maybe he might need to do for him, and then he'll be able to like live a good life. There's a lot that could go into that, and this is just outside looking in.
Mhm.
But in order for him to move, he's got to leave the past in the past. I was just listening to my journal entry from a couple months ago. Like I record my journal entries, and one of them was talking about the past. The only thing we can change about the past is how we think about it. Like that's the only way we can change our past. And when you think about it, for real, like there's nothing you can do to change even right now. Everything we just had on this podcast, there's nothing we can do to change it. Mason might be able to edit it, but he
Edit,
can't change. But he
delete.
can't change it. But he can't change it. That face is gonna be stuck on there
I hope
forever.
it is.
It is for
It's
life.
fine.
But that's the thing about the past. There's nothing you can do to change what happened. The only thing you can change about it is what you think about it, right?
I
How you
love
think of
that,
it.
kid. Yeah.
And then you can also take what you think about it, learn from it, and apply that knowledge to never make the same mistakes. The only reason why they teach history in school, so we don't make the same mistakes. Our past is our history, right? Learn from your past and then move on with it. Set it down and move on and use it
And
as
it's
gas or brakes.
and it's like that narrative we were just talking about, right? Like the life happened to me versus life happened for me,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
it's changing that perspective, which
Yeah.
I love so much.
And so with that being said, it's like it's super difficult being on the other end of the like I've so my whole life I was the addict and I was the one always calling the people from jail and
Yeah.
always being the one that was, the one struggling. And so then when I got sober and like for instance my sister was still in addiction, it was like a whole nother energy like having to love somebody in addiction and trying to be like, wanting it so bad for them, but them not being there yet. And so I know that that's probably super hard with what you've been going through with your son.
I mean, that's like spot on, right? Like if I could, I would do it for him, but I can't. So I just love him and try to show him the way, right? I mean, I feel like realistically, and I don't mean this like, which it's probably going to come off like, but I feel like if I can get sober because I was like really like a lost cause, like had you known me at my worst, like you would just be so icked.
Yeah.
But like if I can get sober and literally be happy and like I don't choose sobriety and live it and white knuckled like miserable. I'm
Yeah.
genuinely happy. Like I love my people around me. I truly believe the opposite of addiction is connection. I have really solid dollars and quarters in my life, and I'm blessed for that. But I totally just squirreled out.
When
They
you're
run
saying
my
that
life.
if you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
And
I know
by
that
finding
sounds
happiness and
really,
joy, right?
yeah. And but honestly, if I can do it, I know anybody can do it.
Yeah.
It's just you just have to want a different life,
And I love that, and I think that's what this whole podcast is really about, is like that, because all of us have been through that stage where it's like we shouldn't be here, we shouldn't have made it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the fact that we did is living proof that it can be done, and so we can spread that to the people, including your son, and helping people see that like it is a want, but I think
Yeah.
that even deep in my addiction, there was times that I wanted it, but I didn't have the tools or the mindset or wasn't in a space to like really catch it, and so that's where I think with your son is huge, is like as long as he stays to the course, eventually it's gonna come through, you know? He just
Yeah.
has to keep trying and keep showing up and keep putting in the effort because like, he did try last time. I remember
Yeah.
seeing him, and
Yeah.
he did reach out, he was connected to the community, and so, like, there are and so I always have that, like, fine line of, like, where I'm talking to other people's, like, parents or something where it's like, I don't wanna, like, over, like, hype, like, they're gonna change, everything's gonna
Yeah.
be great, at the same time, it's like, it can be done, so, like, that fine line of, like, it can be done, but there's gonna have to be work and things put into it and not necessarily on your part, on
Yeah.
his, and that's where that hopelessness comes in, where it feels like you wanna do it for him. You wanna give him the purpose, the passion, the connection, and potentially you could line him up with everything. You give I do that with business all the time where, like, I could give somebody the greatest opportunity of their
Yeah.
lifetime, but they won't use it,
Yeah.
you
Keys
know?
to the castle, right?
Right.
They won't turn it to open the door. Miranda's son's name is Gage. Shout out to Gage Sorensen.
Yeah, Gabe. All
But
love.
listening to you talk about wants and just made me think that, like, I remember at a meeting, Gabe, my OG in recovery.
OG.
Yeah, Gabe said
Shout out
Gabe
Gabe.
Gabe said he knew he was getting better because the stuff he needed to get here is now the stuff he wants to keep going. Like he don't need him no more because he's good, but he wants to keep him to keep going. And then when you're talking the thing about wants, like the life that we build, the wants change. Like just you know, like okay, I need integrity. Nope, now I want it. I want to keep that part. And then, oh, I need to find something that makes me happy. Found it. Now I want to keep it. Like just going off what Gabe said and listening to you talk, like it's crazy because what you needed to get here is now stuff you want to keep going, right? Like it changed from needs to wants. And I love that part because it enforces the power of choice, right? We're choosing to keep these things part of our life in order to have this fulfilled life, this life with joy and this life of happiness that you built, and I built.
Yeah.
Right. I know it's
And I like
actually
that.
what we actually are striving for. And I
Yeah.
felt like that when I got off parole or probation this last time. It was
Yeah.
like I was like got off the phone and I was like, Y right on, dude, I'm off probation, but it's like, but nothing changes, like like,
Yeah.
Yep.
literally,
Yeah.
like, it's the same life and nothing was different other than
Yeah.
the fact now I feel good about it,
They just took your name off the list that they had to go check, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm just living the same exact life, nothing changed because I was already doing the things that I wanted to,
Yeah.
and so that's like living within boundaries, like, that's like living within rules or boundaries when people are always like, "There's so many rules, like, I can't," but it's like when you live inside of them and you play within the rules, then all of a sudden you have so much more opportunity. It's
Yeah.
like when you stay within the guidelines of the game, then
Yeah.
things start to work,
Every time you get to a different level, the guidelines spread,
right?
right? Like you gain
Or
more, so you
change.
play on a bigger field. Um, we're talking about it like when you were talking about earlier about no matter all this work that you put in for yourself, you still feel tested, you still feel doubt creep in.
Mm.
It's not the same doubt though,
Right.
right? It's doubt for different reasons. It's now you're stronger. So stronger doubts about different things that you are doing right now creep in because you've never been in this position, right? Like every time you do something new, that form of doubt creeps in. You never experienced it before because you was never doing that. And the more we grow, doubt it's not the same doubt. The only thing same about it is the word. It's all different forms of doubt that we've never experienced.
Right.
And the more you grow, it's gonna keep popping in. Like the worthiness. More stuff you do for yourself. The more you grow, the more the worthiness. Am I worthy of this? Um, Finding a job that you're killing it at. There's definitely been times that you thought you weren't worthy, but yeah, I hear it
Yeah,
all the
I
time.
know. Yeah,
Let's talk
I
about it.
do. I do. I struggle with self-doubt a lot, right? Like I said, my bully I wish was just a little chinchilla, but
And that's so
it's
chinchilla.
yeah, it's still at times a big ass razorback. And yeah, and I get through that by, like, calling Daniel or whoever and just really talking about it,
Yeah,
right? Because left to my own accord, sometimes I'm still at the end of the day, like, that's the one thing that's I feel, like, beautiful about being recovered is, like, we're all still ourselves, right? Like, now we're just, like, our genuine, like, real authentic self without being all you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, so when we all got the same thing, which is just like not getting blasted, right? we're still our authentic selves, which is beautiful. Like, so like all the fun things I still like to do, I do. Yeah. And I just happen to remember him now.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Yeah, I used to be like, if I don't remember it, didn't happen.
But now you remember all of it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now it all happened.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And the chinchilla on your shoulder is the same thing I was just talking about. It's different chinchillas. You think it's the same, but every time you grow, it's gonna pop back up. It's a different dude, right? It's to test you for what you're experiencing or what you're trying to grow through, and it's gonna pop up.
Well, something about that too is like we don't like put into context like the things that are testing our worth at these points are a lot bigger than things that were testing our worth back then.
Yeah.
You know, like because back then it was like little things were throwing me off and I was getting boiled over
Yeah.
over the little stuff. And now it's like it takes a lot bigger of an opportunity for me to feel
Yeah.
like, am I worthy of this situation? And so it's like I just got to keep remembering the growth that
Yeah.
I've undergone and the things that I've accomplished and the way that I'm moving because like um when I look back to like at the beginning of this journey, it's like I would have literally died or prayed. I would have done anything to have the life I have today. And so it's
Yeah.
like I literally would have done anything for it. And so now that I'm here, all of a sudden I want other things. And it's like the goalpost always keeps moving a little bit and
Yeah.
a little bit. And it always seems like I need a little bit more and I'll get there. And then I could way by surpass that point. But then the goal was moved.
Yeah.
The goal was moved. And then I think that's just part of life. And that's where like that embodiment and presence and like being accepting of where we're at and who we are right now is so important because even if we get all the successes in the world, it's going to continuously feel that way until we learn to go inward and like and
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
present with
So
who we are.
so change how you look at the goal, keep moving, right? Because that when you were saying it, it just makes it seem like everything is unreachable. Change it from the goal keeps moving to the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next because you achieved things, right? Like you did reach that goal. There's just a different goal ahead of that, right? It's not moving. You achieve those goals,
Yeah.
right? And then like when you're talking about all this work you put in for yourself, when you first started this journey, all these little things that would set you off no longer set you off anymore. They still might pop up, but you put in so much work and you became so much stronger and smarter emotionally, mentally, and physically that when they pop up, there's not even a flinch, right? Like your body just reacts to it. It's reflex. The things that do pop up is the bigger things that we're working on now that we haven't experienced, you
Yeah.
know?
So true.
Yeah, because you
Well
have
done.
you did put in a lot of work. You put in a lot of work. We all put in a lot of work to be able to where all these small things don't bug us no more, right? Like I remember like when I first started, it was hard to stop thinking about smoking meth, right? I hardly think about it now,
Right.
right? I see salt on the ground and just crack up because I was like, oh, I remember that used to look like meth to me, but it doesn't bug me no more because of all the work of being me. You know, like I put in so much work into being me that doesn't bug me anymore. I don't pick it up and put it in a glass and try to light it and then it just popcorns out. Before I used to, but not anymore. But
Not
like
anymore,
none of that
growing.
stuff. Yeah, that's part of growing. Like you don't pay attention to all those things. And the reason why it never comes up is because of the growth that we experience for all the work that we put in for ourselves, right?
Right. And I think that's something that helped me a ton along my journey too. Is like in the very beginning, I read a book about like celebrating your wins. And so I would tell Megan every time I go into my therapy sessions, I'd tell her all the things that I've accomplished and like how proud I was of like certain, even if they were super small. Like
Yeah.
I would just be like, just loading her up. Like this week I did this, and this week I'm, stoked about this.
Yeah.
And it got me in like the rhythm of being proud of myself for things. Cause I had this therapist, it was All Team Health back in the day when I was in the IOP or day treatment over there. And my like third day in there, he just wrote this like letter, this little piece of paper when I walked in, and he's like, I'm gonna tell you what your problem is, and he slides it to me. And I'm like, all right. So I could take, he's like, read it out loud. And it said, I cannot give myself credit for the things I've done.
Mm.
And then and at the time it just didn't register. I was kind of like,
Yeah.
what is he even talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it took like a couple of weeks of like thinking on it and feeling on it and realizing that like I always downplay it, or I always
Yeah.
I have a super humble like spirit, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's too humble, and so like I've had to like kind of combat that by being super proud of myself, being proud of like everything that I accomplished. So as soon as you guys walked in here, I told you all the things that I've been doing.
Yeah.
It's like because I want to celebrate them. Like
Yeah.
you told me this before that I got to be my biggest cheerleader.
Yeah.
It's like I got to be, and if I'm not, then something's wrong.
I learned that from Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Like you got to be your number one promoter, right? Like you should always be the one promoting yourself, being happy about yourself, patting yourself on the back more than anybody else, because at the end of the day, you're the person that you were sent here to take care of.
I love
Right?
that, bro.
Yeah, that's
For real.
seriously.
You're the person you're.
Yeah.
Mai just gets a extra love that you're able to afford her. You're the person you're here to take care of.
Right. And that's kind of like exactly what you said about like me getting Aries back in my life or whatever. You said
Yeah.
like first it's got to be like embodied
Yeah.
and given out through me by loving myself first, by putting myself together, and then it will come out
I'm so
naturally.
happy for you. Yes.
I'm so happy
I
too.
can't wait for that reunited.
Super close. Things
Yeah.
are getting way closer than it's ever been. So
That's good.
so
What are some of the things that's coming up for you?
I don't know. What do I have going on? Let me think. Okay. My daughter is turning 15.
to lock her up, bro.
Try to act like you don't know.
We're gonna have to lock her up.
Yeah, talk
What?
about it.
What are you talking about?
You got anything going on? Like last night, you had a dope company party.
Oh yes, I did have a dope company party yesterday. At Liberty. Yeah. Shout out to them. Love them.
And you guys are moving to a new.
Yeah, we're moving out to American Fork.
Like everybody, or just
The whole
like,
company. So right now we are full at 12 inpatient, and we're full. And we're going to be like moving to a facility where we're going to have like 60 inpatient and then like 30 kind of like I know it's going to be big. Yeah. So,
big boy game.
yeah.
So you guys are hiring all new staff and stuff like that?
Yeah. Bryce is in charge of all that. Bryce is the goat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're moving out there. It's going to be big. It's huge. Just even last night taking my daughter, right, to Liberty, she's kind of been on like, I guess,
Team Offense.
that part
Pissed.
so much. Like, like even at volleyball.
She gave a lot of pushback on Miranda making that move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yesterday after the Christmas party, we get in the car and she's like, Mom, I'm so proud of you. I really like the people you work with, and I like Liberty now. And I was like,
that's awesome.
Yeah. I know that seems so like minor, but
You're
it's
like, you can
huge,
love
right?
both.
Yeah, because that's what I was telling her. And I feel like, it doesn't matter like Mark said, right? We're not in the game of like promoting just one place. We're just in the game of trying to save lives and bring love and hope.
Yeah, and then with moving into that new building, there's opportunity.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
I'll be taking that.
What kind of opportunity?
I'm going to be the case manager is what I'm
Let's
going for.
go.
Yeah. And then, I feel like it's another notch on my belt. I definitely want to get Decker and Christian's job. I feel like I've always been good in sales and stuff like that, but not just it sales, but like that whole marketing, right? Like getting
sales like not drugs. Like regular sales.
Let's clarify.
all of the above.
Okay.
Started out with drugs and now it's elevating to treatment.
Because this is a whole different customer base. No, anyways.
Same customer base.
Oh, yeah. On a different side of it. Okay, anyways. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. So squirrel again.
Yeah. So case manager.
Well, I don't know if that's what I'm gonna be, but that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, going for. But the ideal place you want to be is in marketing.
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like I want to get a little bit of all of it. I want to do admissions, just to be able to like Kirk's the shit, dude. There's like he can run that place from top to bottom, from cooking to like being the CEO.
And he's done all of it.
And he has, and that part, right? Like just want to dabble, and I'll figure out along the ways like what really calls to my heart,
So you think that like long term you're thinking working in treatment?
Oh, I'll work in treatment forever.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what is the best thing,
Go ahead,
what is the best thing you like about working in treatment?
Good question, Daniel.
Yeah.
I love like when clients have their aha moment, and when I call it my coming to Jesus moment.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of times we're forced it's either one or the other, right? Like we're avoiding jail or whatever. At least that's how it was for me. And somewhere along that line, you know, I had my coming to Jesus moment. So when you see someone's like, come on, like this is possible, you know, like I can do this, like it's
Yeah.
rewarding. And if I didn't have bills to pay, it would suffice, you know, because it really is dope, you know. I feel like grief is just like death has been so much in my life, right? It's nice to be part of the life side, you know. It's really
I love that.
Yeah.
awesome
And
to
speaking about aha moments without, because I hope I don't say any client's name, but you just recently had some of these happen because of you telling your story, right?
well, I don't know, it's necessarily think it was because I was telling my story, but
Okay.
I've definitely witnessed some aha moments lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
With
had a bunch
some
of people say thank you after you told your story, right?
well, yeah, but I have seen like lights come on
Yeah.
and people I call it the no matter what club, right?
Oh yeah. No
This is
matter what.
I've started the no matter what club, Mason.
Let's hear it.
You're part of it
Yes,
too.
I'm in, dude.
Yeah.
You're in.
I got
'Kay,
grandfather.
and it's just like yeah, it's just like no matter what, right? No matter what. Like you can be running a clean program and it's like, but I don't know if something happened to my mom, right? If something happened to mom or your sister,
Right.
you know,
Mhm.
I don't know about, you know, what I would do if that happened, right? Well, that's just a freaking reservation.
Right.
And you've got to let go of those and you have to become of like the no matter what. No matter what is blasting off or any of that an option,
I
right?
love that.
Like it just has to be gone from the table. Like 100%. Like, no matter what happens in life, I'm gonna deal with it, and I will never go back to thinking like that is the answer.
There's no option.
Not an option. It has to be gone off the
No
table.
matter what.
The no matter what
I
club,
love
and
it.
it's really taken
I
off.
forgot to get
Yeah,
some shirts.
yeah.
Some no
I
matter
love
what
that.
shirts.
Let's go.
I'm really down with it. That's
I like
Put
it.
on
crazy.
the back of mine.
Um, so what's the difference like in loving someone in addiction and like professionally helping somebody in addiction?
Oh, what is that? I don't know. Let me think about that. That's a good question. Loving someone, I don't really think there's much of a difference, you know. I genuinely love like people that I'm just meeting. Some of my personality gets better along with others than some, but like I genuinely feel like I have a love for everybody and a hope for them. And I can't. I mean, I want it so bad for my son. But again, it just comes back to like I can't do it for him, right? Like, and I can't do it for these clients that come in the door. They have to do it. Um, so it just like I don't know how to answer that question because it's just love. You know, I love my son so much and I want him to get it. But just like the random stranger that comes in, you know, like that hasn't slept and needs love. Like I had a client I struggled with trust, when I first got sober, and I'll never forget the lady that was like Dresden, shout out, that was like, "I'll love you until you can love yourself," because I was so full of the hate and shit, and I was just like, "Bitch, what is your angle?" Sorry, I
You're
curse a lot, you
good.
know that. You know, like, what is your angle? And trust was so hard for me, and we had a client come in, and she just was so hurt and stuff, and I was like, "Bryce, like, I am gonna love her until she can love herself." And she's, like, one of the clients that had that aha moment, and she's part of the No Matter What Club, and she's, like, learning to love herself, and, just, like, the light coming in her eyes, and just her as a person is just beautiful, and
I love
yeah,
it so much.
I don't
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know how to
No,
answer
I
that
think you
except
answered
for
it perfectly.
it's
Yeah,
just
it is
love,
perfect,
yeah.
right? Like you said it exactly how it's supposed to be said. And the part where you can't do it for them, it's true, but you can also be the light,
Yeah,
right?
Which you
Like
are.
yeah, which you are. Bryce quote.
yep,
I can quote Bryce all day.
me too.
Bryce quote, stop trying to be the captain of other people's ship,
Yep,
be the lighthouse.
yep.
Right? Lighthouse. Right? Lighthouse, lighthouse. Instead of trying to force somebody or try to tell them how to do it, say, hey, you want to get here? Follow me.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like that's exactly what you bring. I remember Miranda going to Liberty for the first time, a lot of doubt about not the job, but if she could do it. And I was like, you're Miranda Sorensen. Come on. Like, if you could see you how I could see you, there's no problem. And then seeing her now, like, oh, it's so cool. Like, it's so cool because, like, sometimes you underestimate the power you truly have for these people. And the aha moment, even though you think you're not doing it for them, has a lot to do with you, like with who you are and how you show love, how you show compassion, empathy, because you've been through it, right? You said that you couldn't really open up to a book therapist versus a been through therapist. You're the been through therapist for them, right? Even though you're not a therapist, you're the person sitting over there spending their downtime with them, showing them that there is life after addiction, and it's not white knuckling it. It's
Yeah.
life of joy and life of love. And you got so much love to where you walk in a room and the people feel loved without you even saying a word, you know. And I think that's super powerful of you.
Thank you.
Anyways, shout out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that a lot, and I think that you're dead on with that. Is like
Yeah.
you are that light for them, and that is helping them in the most beneficial and efficient
Yeah.
way possible. Same with your son. It's like the consistency that you're showing through your life and your actions and the way that your life is unfolding is the most help you can give him. And I think that that's going to be the most impactful thing that's going to be in his life when he does finally start coming around to it. He's going to be able to see that the whole journey that you've been on since early on to now, you know?
Hmm.
And so that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Something that, oh, man, something that you just said, I don't know. I can't remember actually. So
Yeah, squirrels are probably all over
I
this
talk a lot,
room.
so I don't remember. Sometimes you ever get the feeling like sometimes when you talk, you're not you, you're just like a tool in God's hand and you just speak God's words sometimes.
yeah,
That's not like when people talk to me after I share or say something and they go, "What did you say?" And I'm like, "Bro, I don't remember." Like sometimes they come, like, "What happened?" You know, it
yeah,
feels like that sometimes.
yeah, for sure.
Like
And you
I
just
don't
woke
know.
up from passed out.
Yeah, like just
Where am
talking
I?
to her, it just felt so good. I don't know who put the combination of words together because my vocabulary not like that, you know. But for real, but it's just like and then you stop and like I don't know the word for word, but man, like the feeling is that.
Yeah, it's like a metaphor for life. It's like just getting out of your own way and letting it
Yeah,
happen.
and let it happen, right? That's I don't know. That's how that felt. So I don't know what.
Well, I'm super grateful that you came through and being open and honest. And like, I'm so grateful that we have your light in our friendship and our community. Like, seriously, it's been without it, I don't know who I'd be. So I'm just so grateful that you've been a part of this with
Hell
us.
yeah.
Thanks. And I'm so glad that you guys are part of my journey, right? Like you're an inspiration. Like seriously. Love you. Thank you. Love you.
Love you.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
what are we
well,
doing? What are we doing? Come
Love you.
here. Bring it in. You
High
know,
five.
I'm a hugger.
This is a display only, no touching. Come on. Hold on, we're not done yet.
Sorry, do you want to say anything?
I don't know. This conversation was super dope. Thank you, Miranda, for you should have heard her when I told her. Mason said, come on a podcast. And she was squirreled out. She was like, I don't know what to talk about. It went so good.
It went so
Like
good.
this
You killed it.
conversation was way good. I'm super proud of like I got to see Miranda when I started working there and definitely somebody I look up to. Her work ethic is super dope. Just a
Shout
good
out to
vibe.
my dad. I definitely got like I feel
Yeah.
like all of us got our work ethic from our dad.
Yeah, shout out to Jerry.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jerry. Shout out, Jerry.
Yeah. No, but like everything about you, like it's been great to have you part of my sobriety too. And I love and appreciate you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All love.
All right, guys. If this episode spoke to you guys, please share it with somebody, subscribe, like it, comment, show us some love.
Yeah.
We're so grateful that you guys are here.
Yeah.
I love you. Have a good one.
All love.
That was good, man.